Oh, okay. But other than that, it still works actually. Okay, well that's cool. Um, so right, so we have this list here. Mountain has 6 events. Okay, so Forest has too many events. Ship only has 3 events. I could put an ad lib event on the ship. Why not? Uh, uh, do I want to though? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could do an ad lib event on the ship. Um, what's this list down here? This third row of prints. So this is a. Oh, this is one-offs. Oh, which doesn't really matter. Yeah, starters matters more than one-offs. This list is starters. How many starter events there are? Um, and that's like the important one. That's the one that like most that has the most meaningful effect on like game feel. Although the top list actually is important too. So like for example, like cave and mountains both have 6, but like mountains only has 7 total, whereas cave has 12 total. So like actually, mountains would I'd want to add them here before I added them other places. Oh, that's funny. Forest has 7, but it only has like 11 of these altogether. Whereas snow has 6, but it also has 13 of these altogether. All right. Well, so I'll start with ship. Uh, so what do you do on a ship? Where you can do I regularly refactor my code? I refactor my code every time it needs to be refactored. Which yeah, it's pretty regular. Uh, is it possible to register without having a Twitter account? Twitter is optional. Um, so yeah, the Twitter stuff. Um, I like the Twitter stuff because it tells you like it tells you when you level up, and it well, actually, I like it because it tells you when you level up. But I mean, like that's like Twitter is not really actually part of this. Twitter is just like a thing that I was like, oh, I'll add Twitter integration because like why not? Um, all right, so this is a free type event, so it's event type 6. Uh, it's adlib. I assume it's not going to be multi. There's no particular reason to make it multi. Although I could make it max actions 2 if I just wanted to be like arbitrarily like whatever. um, so it's a free type event. Uh Actually, you know what? Um, these these there I could write adlib events that aren't necessarily like free type adlib events. Like previously, like when I was trying to think of like, how to set up adlib events, I invented this whole new event type and I added this whole like gambit system just because I wanted like that capacity to like I wanted the game to represent the how dynamic these events can be. But now that I think about it, like in hindsight, like there's actually no reason I couldn't also set up these events with constraints like built in. So um, maybe I don't know. I'll try out a few things. I guess I'll see because like I can always add in a ton of events, and if some of them don't work very well, I can always just like take them back out again. So I said this was going to take place on the ship, uh, and so I guess for writing this event, it's basically just the intro. Like that's all there is to it, really. There's the intro, and then the rest of it will resolve itself naturally. So speaking of refactoring, how's our memory doing? Um, what? Now that I want the memory to balloon out of control, it's not ballooning out of control. It's staying like really petite. Whatever. Okay. So hypothetically, max actions 2, maybe? I don't know. Or oh wait, max actions 2. Yeah. Uh, right. So adlib events. Right. So adlib events, there's always like up to 3 actions. Um, and then the other way around comment. That's the that was the Twitter command that you just input in Twitch chat. The Twitch command is the other one. Yeah. Uh, um, yeah. So when I was thinking of like, what do you do on a ship when you're just like wasting time, basically? um, I was thinking like, yeah, it would basically just be like not like cabin fever. Is that like what you get on a ship as well? Like when like you're just like in a small space for like too long. Um, I was thinking of doing like an event that might kind of hark into that a little bit, but uh, I don't know. So like maybe the event is maybe the event is that. Well, yeah. So it occurred to me like I could have a game within the game. Like I could have like I was thinking of, yeah. So what do you do when you're bored on a ship? You could play a game hypothetically. And so that was actually when it was occurring to me that like so maybe I don't know, maybe to represent like the freedom of the open seas, maybe I'll do more ad lib events on the ship, um, because I kind of want to do like not an event type free. I want to do like an event type something else, like maybe event type 2 or 3. Uh, huh. I don't know. It doesn't so that's like I'll probably do that. It doesn't really like that's not really the point of the ad lib. So I will want to do both. Um, and how okay, so well whatever. So how would I do that? So if it was event type 2 or 3, like the tough thing is that like when you write in, I guess okay. So basically, like the whole point of ad lib is that you can write in basically anything. Um, and maybe I shouldn't be doing this now that I think about it, because there's also like an element of there's an element of like monitoring that I should be doing as um, um, there's an element of monitoring that I should be doing for ad lib events that like I don't know I might not always notice necessarily. Uh, it's kind of I don't know. It's an invitation for creativity, which tends also to be an invitation um, for uh, debauchery, as interpreted by some people. So I guess I don't know. Again, I can try it. Maybe I'll just put these events on the ship for now, and then I'll just have to be vigilant when we're on the ship. um, all right. so so yeah. So what's something interesting that'll happen on the ship? I don't know. I guess I'll do something nice, right? It can be like you're you're sailing ahead of schedule uh, on beautiful clear seas. Um, you the captain. I could invent the captain. Um, Well, it doesn't really make sense that there would be a captain. Uh, so I guess you'd actually decide amongst yourselves. So yeah, you decide to uh, to kick back and let loose. Uh, uh, let loose a bit. um, and I don't know. Like that's the whole point of this event is basically like, hey, do whatever you want. But I feel like there needs to be a little more to this because like this doesn't feel like an event. This just feels like a sentence or like this just feels like I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm putting enough in here. So you just had to kick back and let loose a bit. Uh, uh, I don't know. Maybe I don't have to go overboard with it. Like, I'm trying to think of like what can I. Yeah, no. I guess okay. So the point of this text is not to guide players as to which actions to take, but rather to encourage players to take some action. So, uh, yeah. So I guess I'll just say, what will you do on your, or what will you do with your time off? I don't know, something similar like that. So should I do two max actions? I don't really need to. Yeah, I don't know. This seems as appropriate as anything for that. Whatever. Okay, so this is just gonna be why does it always put me in these weird folders? It's like my computer like thinks I want to save my files in like bizarre, stupid locations that I'm never actually going to use. I don't know how I got that idea. All right, this is gonna be Party Boat, the quest, and I think that's literally all there is to it. They're very simple, but these like I mean the whole point of ad libs is that they're supposed to be. My code is not bad. If you if you think that my code is bad, then you probably just have stupid standards for code. Um, code, like, well, okay, so I guess maybe this is the discrepancy. Code is like ingredients. Like, it doesn't matter if like you keep your flour in a mason jar. What matters is if you can make a good cake out of it. Code is the flour in this case, and like, okay, everyone says I need to keep my I need to keep my flour in a mason jar. It's like I keep my flour in a something less conventional. I don't know, like a vase. I keep my flour in a vase, and it's where I keep my flour, and that's how I like my flour kept. And the cakes that I make with that flour, they work. They're super great cakes. Like if you have a comment about my cake, please let me know. But if you have criticism about how I keep my flour, like go screw yourself, basically. I just don't care. Like go away. You're not a real person. You're like a weird gremlin if you care about whether I keep my flour in a vase or not. Anyways. um yeah, exactly. So apparently #1 rated game on Steam a few years ago, and the baker keeps their flour in like in a state that is so indented that you can't even see the you can't that when you just open the page all you see are indents. All you see are indents. It looks blank, just line numbers and blank space, and then if you scroll way over then you yeah. So like obviously I don't know. It's obvious to me that like people who care about that stuff have their priorities like way out of whack. But whatever. Sorry, I said I was gonna write more events than just this one. So do I actually want to make an ad lib event that do I want to make an ad lib event that is not a free type, is like event type 6? Yeah, I mean I yeah, I guess it's just like a different sort of question. It's kind of like somewhere in between. It's like when you hmm uh so yeah, that is the other thing. I am the only person working on this project. So right. Uh if I was working with someone and they needed their flour kept in a mason jar, like we could probably figure something out. But I'm not working with anyone, so okay. Um, the yeah, okay. So for this other event, yeah, no, there's a million things I can do with ad lib events that that don't involve like free event types. It's just about like framing like what is the nature of these actions. So like Like for example, uh, I could just be very deliberate about like how these events are going to play out. I guess like I could just make it so yeah. So like for example, what if yeah, okay, so like I don't know. So okay. So for another reason I probably shouldn't make too many of these ad lib events is that they don't feel as full. They don't feel as fleshed out as the as the traditional like fixed action events. In that like there's not the same sort of resolution to them. In that like there's no like the event resolves, but the story never resolves. So I don't know. I guess that's okay again because it's like it's. I mean, the whole point of this is to encourage players to like participate in like the imaginative process. So all right, let's let's write another one. Let's write an event type two. Um, I guess hmm. I don't really have to. I don't really. I was thinking like so when I'm writing these, I should have to, or I should really broadcast like ahead of time, like what is the structure of this event, and I guess it wouldn't hurt to indicate that a little bit because yeah, like a lot of that information comes contextually from the action tags, um, and well, no, I guess no. No, I guess I do tend to broadcast that information to the through the event. So I guess I shouldn't reduce the extent to which I do that typically. Uh, so thank you, comment. Um, so let's right. So what would be an event type two? An event type two is when you have to make a decision. Should be event type two or should be event type three? Event type three is a little more lenient. So maybe event type three would be a better one to ease into it. Uh, so event type three. So right. So with event type three, like actions are more successful the more popular they are. So oh, event type three is going to be really hard for adlib. I feel like. Or no, event type two would be really hard for adlib. Event type two would be really hard for adlib. Huh. Now that I think about it, I might have to change how some of those like thresholds work. Just because like yeah, with that I don't know. With 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 like the whole point of event type 2 is like forming a consensus. But how do you form a consensus when like literally anyone can do anything? Like it's hard enough to form a consensus when everyone can pick between like two options, but and when I say consensus, I don't mean literal consensus. I mean like major majority, like a severe majority, um, and so like when the sky's the limit, that's gonna be really tricky. We'll see how it goes. All right, so what's something that can be completely open ended but still benefits from oh, mutiny. Okay. So um oh, wait, maybe this would be a good way a good opportunity to put like a to put an ad lib in a quest chain because basically like yeah. Okay, so the first event will be mutiny. There'll be a mutiny event. And then after the mutiny, you'll have to reestablish order. And so basically like the event is to reestablish order, I guess. So like okay, so maybe so I have to write the mutiny event too. So uh um, So what event type is this? I guess it should be something a little bit random, right? Oh, but hmm. I don't want all the events on the boat to be random. I think there are too many random events on the boat as is. Uh, hmm. How many event types are there in general? There are two archery events. There's zero free events. Actually, that's not true anymore. There's now one free event, right? Whoop. Oh. Yeah, right. Lines three. Oh, yeah. So I guess I'll just say if the length of lines is greater than two, uh, right? Because I guess technically, oh, is that going to screw up the main script too? I mean, I guess I can just find out. Yeah, it also screwed up here. Um, right, because I didn't even bother putting in the fake line just because, yeah. So if the length of lines is greater than two, yeah. I mean, the alternative would just to be would have been to have added in that line regardless. But yeah, and now it should load. Nope, still failing. It's failing on now. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, not greater than two. Greater than three. Right? Yeah, no. Derp. Index three is at the fourth line. So in order to index at three, or in order to get the third, in order to get index three, it has to be greater than length three. All right. Right. Other than that, it should now load. Um, and seems to be fine. Okay. So right. So let's get to our event type counts. What now? Oh, again. Uh, this will only be if of lines is greater than four. I'm guessing there's at least one other situation like that. No, maybe that's all of them. All right, so yeah, let's try this again. Okay, yeah. So now there's one event type free. Event type free feels like event type random. So I want to keep all these numbers relatively low. Maybe I should go back and change some of the event type ones to event type free. No. That doesn't really make sense. I was just thinking like well no, maybe it makes sense. Like the first thing that came to mind was the meadow. And for the meadow it doesn't really make sense because that would basically mean that you could impose order on the meadow. Like yeah, I mean that's basically what event type free is that you have control over like the the meaning of the event. And there's no meaning of picking flowers or frolicking with deer in a meadow. So, um, no, I don't think that really makes perfect sense. And so then there's like the riot. I could do it there. Although, if I did that, then I'd want to change it so that cower was not a valid option in the riot. Because right now, in the case of the riot, cowering in fear is a valid option, um, and if that event type was event type free instead of event type random or luck, then it could get shifted to event type balance or event type even, And in that case, then you would want like even across the board, and it doesn't really make necessarily much sense that you would need to have people cowering in fear in order to like execute any sort of strategy there. So like, I don't know. I guess I could convert some of those. I just, I'm not, I'm not. Hmm. I'd have to find the right ones, I guess. So what are some other event types? One. Uh, I guess I should so event type count so like print list equals blank, and then oh wait, what are actually no, I'll do it differently. I'll just say so wait, what is this print that's happening here? This is oh yeah, okay. Right. So right now, okay, yeah, I'm just printing out event types 4 already, so I'll just print out event types 1 instead. So what are the other event types 1? All right, so Riot, Meadow, King Day. Oh, King Day. Uh, sure. King Day could be event type free. That event is just weird. That event is like just weird already, so might as well change it to make it even weirder. Uh, oh, but if it's event type 6, that means I need another outcome. Oh, wait. I can't do that, can I? Right, because if I, yeah. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. The thing about that is that the um, the outcomes mean very different things depending on the event type. So like the people rejoice. This corresponds to declaring a national holiday. Um, but if the event type changes, then like hypothetically, well, hold on. No, so yeah, the thing is that like in some event types, like the event that the outcome that happens on line 5 is like the good one, and the actions that happen, the outcomes that happen on line 6, 7, and 8 are the bad ones, and it changes based on the event type. So yeah, I no, that would be too weird. I don't think there's a way that I can do that. So like I guess actually free type events can't have outcomes. At least there's well no, that's not necessarily true. The outcomes for an event type free would have to be written in such a way that they are ambiguously good or bad. Like they could equally describe a situation that worked out well or that worked out poorly. Which would be just like I mean there are ways to accomplish that. There's like you can basically like write it all in like double speak so that like it's like it's not like immediately clear which like what yeah I don't know like I don't know I want to try that at some point but I don't think I don't know maybe I like there's no reason I couldn't just rewrite some of these but then again there's no reason I couldn't just write a new event for these or to a new event of that type either so yeah uh curse interior is event type 1 really that's weird um betrayal oh no you know what I could do this for though actually is celebration there'd be functionally like no difference uh except that it would technically oh no I would have to make one change I would need an outcome for I would need to write in one additional outcome because well hold on let's look at it real quick celebration right so there's only two outcomes and that's because it's event type 1 and event type 1s can only resolve presently as event types 1 or 0 and 1 and 0 don't have this neutral outcome which is why it's just left blank I'd have to write in I mean, if I ever felt like doing this, I could always just like, I could always change like the, I could always just change the data format for like free type events and like have like each action have like the positive and the negative outcome and have each action or have like the positive neutral and the the positive neutral and the negative neutral outcome. Um, Although it sounds weird to say positive neutral or negative neutral, but whatever. Yeah, I could always do that if I wanted to. Yeah, so the reason I was thinking that this would actually be a good candidate is that for this event, it's a bonus event, so like all the outcomes are positive. Like the outcome is always positive. So it also doesn't necessarily make sense. Like why would you make it so that you have to choose or that you have to do both? Uh I guess it wouldn't hurt though. So maybe I will. So what is the so the banquet hall roars with celebration and lively music. The night sky lights up with 100 different colors. Lights up 100 different colors with sparkling bursts of light. I guess the other outcome would just be like general revelry or whatever. All right, so let's yeah, I don't know. Might as well try this. So event type 6, and and then so like the the kingdom or the castle uh uh roar. Oh wait, no, I said roars for the banquet hall. The castle uh uh I don't know, it's like it's basically like celebration I mean whatever. The festivities continue through the night um uh with laughter and cheers echoing or reverberating through the castle, throughout the castle. Cool. All right. I don't know. I'm kind of just doing that for the sake of trying it, seeing how it works. I mean, basically, because like this feature that I'm like discussing here is um, like the Gambit system. I never tell anyone about the Gambit system. Yuki, thank you for hosting. Welcome everyone. We're working on SideQuest. If you haven't seen it before, it's the game on the bottom of the screen, and it's specifically we're like working. I don't know. I'm going back over the events in the game, and I'm writing new ones, and I'm like editing old ones because like there are a bunch of systems that I added to the game that I'm still not really utilizing. So I'm taking a little better advantage of some of those things. Um, all right, so I just Arson Guard. I guess Arson Guard might be another scenario where I can change one of these, and I just want to try changing it because like for one thing I want to try like more event type free, um, and I don't want to increase the amount of like randomness altogether. So like if I'm increasing this number, I want this one not to be increasing. So yeah, let's actually, you know, there is one functional difference with event type free. A question regarding C sharp? Yeah, feel free to ask. Uh, there is one functional difference between event type free and event type 1, which is I'm pretty sure event type free randomly will either be event type 0 or 1. It'll evaluate randomly as either event type 0 or event type 1. Um, which isn't a big deal. It's not a big deal for the event that we just did because that was a bonus event. So there's like very little difference between winning and losing. Like pretty much like most people who so like typically if you participate in an event, you can get from anywhere from 1 to 3 experience points. But with a bonus event, you get anywhere from 2 to 3 experience points. So basically, like even if things like don't work out great, you still got 2 experience, which is almost as the maximum that you can get. Um, I guess with like yeah, I don't know with the what was it, arson guard? With arson guard, like this might be okay. Oh no! You know why this one isn't going to make as much sense if it switches to free event type? Free is that uh it doesn't do like the neutral, like it doesn't handle the negative positive meaning correctly. So like is that okay though? Is it okay if the outcome sounds not as um pessimistic as it could? um so okay, so yeah, what would be an example of that? So like in the case where if this was event type, if this was a free, if this is not event type luck, if this is event type free, then it could get shifted to event type 2, it could get shifted to event type tilt, in which case everything makes sense, and I could just make like a neutral sounding outcome that was not particularly impressive. But what if it happens? What if it gets pushed in the other way? Um, if it gets pushed in the other direction, then if it gets pushed in the other direction, then suddenly there's imbalance, and so then what if like one of these outcomes? What if like the patrol group? So what if then patrol gets chosen? Uh, yeah, no, this is probably fine. This is actually probably fine. I think I'm okay with this. Um, so I just need to make a neutral outcome for like just general like uh, is setup not a word? I feel like setup should be a word. If the world does not accept setup as a word yet, I think that's the world's problem, not the word setup's problem. Uh, oh, is it just not accepted as a verb? Whatever. Shut up. I'm using it as a verb. Um, you set up camp. I feel like it should be a word. Whatever. Well, this program also thinks scamps isn't a word, so this program is obviously stupid. Um, is it really set up verb? Set up not a verb. Um, all right, fine. I'll not use setup as a single word as a verb. Um, oh, was I supposed to hyphenate it though? Not that I super care, but no, okay. No, the verb is 2 words. Okay, just yeah, whatever. How is Python different, or how different is Python to C sharp? There's some pretty fundamental differences. It's like I don't know. It's like about as weird of a culture shock as like moving from like, for example, like a PC to a Mac. Like I mean they're supposed to do similar things, right? But like they do them in such different ways, and there are like certain assumptions that like you might have if you've worked with one for so long that just completely do not apply elsewhere. And then like there's other things that are just like seemingly arbitrary and like unnecessary, and then like I don't know, it takes a lot of getting used to for me personally. um it's not hard though. I mean it's like I think it's like switching between like any languages, like it's mostly just a matter of like figuring out like Um, it's not completely different though. That's the whole point. Is like, um, sorry, not to be argumentative, but like, I never studied Python. Like, well, no, I studied Python for like an afternoon, and then I just started writing in it. So it's not completely different because like I clearly, you know, was able to just go with that. Like I never actually had to like learn it very in depth. Um, I mean, I just studied. Okay, so I think I learned Python for like a whole like a grand total of like maybe like 10 hours, and then I just started writing in it. And like really, the only reason I was able to do that is because of my background in like computer science. Not I don't know. It nothing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's like going to a different country. It's like things are like seem unfamiliar, but like I mean wherever you go, like things are mostly the same. Like people are the same. Like I methere are different customs and stuff, but like people are generally the same wherever you go in the world. So uh, I don't know. All right, so uh, what did I? Oh yeah, I did go to school for computer science. Like it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I'm an old person. I'm a grumpy old man. All right. what So yeah, what is the generic outcome here? The generic outcome is that the the so like you attend to the needs of the camp um, uh, and in the I was gonna say morning. Wow, how's it auto completing morning? Oh, I said you say in one of the other lines. I say in the morning. um, uh, Actually, yeah, I did think of this event as happening overnight, but oh, I guess because we're setting up camp, I don't want to imply overnight. Um, uh, so I'm gonna actually say hours later, a few hours later. Uh, all right, so you tend to the needs of the camp, and until the villagers feel settled, I guess settled. Uh, sure, something like that. Uh, what is the event that comes before this? Arson says fires are extinguished, but for how long? Uh, Set up camp. Uh, yeah, I guess that's fine. Uh, okay. I don't have any like, huh? I don't know if I guess I would have thought there would be like more explanation. I guess I mean this was one of the first quest chains that I wrote, so I guess I was not very verbose about that at the time. But whatever, I think this is actually fine now. So cool. Okay. Uh, thank you, Yuki. You're very kind. Um, my age number is huge, and it's only getting bigger. That's the worst part about it. No, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. I try and stay healthy. I think like health is a more contributing factor to how old people are perceived as than like actual like age. Or like I think the thing that we think of as like looking old is actually like I don't know. I mean there are definitely some telltale signs, but like I never want to I never want to become like old. Like I know I can't stop progressing through time. I just want to stay like young and healthy forever. That's my that's my goal. uh, um oh yeah, so these this right before I got distracted with changing the outcomes or changing the event types of those events, I was going to make a mutiny. That was so you're right. So there's a So yeah, what event type is mutiny? I can make it. I can make event type mutiny a free type event, which is a little weird. Maybe fine though. Um, oh yeah, I was saying I didn't want like the boat to feel too random. Like I didn't want too many random feeling events on the boat. But uh, well, so okay, so if mutiny is a free type event, then oh yeah, how are these quests going to branch? Is that always after mutiny you always get this other uh that is deep comment. That's deep. um it's like so today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be. It's like we're basically just what we as people are these right here, these scroll bars. All we represent is how far. All we are is like this representation of like how far we are along this spectrum. That's what that made me think of. All right. So if mutiny was event type 6, I might be like trying to like cram too many of these like new things into like the same sort of like chunk here, but like yeah. So if mutiny was event type 6 and it was a fixed action event, is that what I'm going for here? Kind of defeats the purpose because the whole point of like mutiny was to make an ad lib event that to make an ad lib event that was not event type free. So maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, no, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should make a mutiny. Uh, so maybe like mutiny is what you're like overcoming, and then like the follow up is to like reestablish order. So like so it happens on the ship. How many? I don't know how many actions. I'll just assume it's not multi. Um, excuse me. So it happens on the ship, and then uh, uh, a a group of mutineers uh, 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 wrest control of. I should just say take. There's no there's no reason to use words that are not easy to understand when they're words when they're available like completely fine words that are easy to understand. So a group of mutineers take control of the ship. Mutineers is a word, right? I mean, yeah, it seems to be. Does it mean what I think it means? People who mutiny. Uh, person, soldier, sailor who rebels and refuses to obey orders. Yeah, okay. A group of mutineers take control of the ship. Um, a group of mutineers take some of your party hostage. I've already done hostage situations a lot. So a group of yeah, a group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. So so what? What do you? What will happen here? You can. So like I know how I would go about setting up this event typically, but I specifically want to set up this event in such a way that it'll lead into the other event because this isn't the event that I wanted to write. The other event is the one that I wanted to write, and this one is just to the setup work to like lead into it. So the so yeah, so the group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. One of the outcomes has to involve reestablishing, or one of the outcomes has to set the stage for the like reestablishment of order because that's supposed to be like the next quest. So maybe I should start writing some of the next quests to have like a more clear sense of like how to segue into it. So like ship Uh, do, 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 do. uh, um, so the I guess like I don't know. Out of the chaos, uh, or with the ship, or with the crew left uh, in with the crew in conflict, it's up to you to restore order. Um, uh, this is gonna be event type 3. Um, uh, what? So yeah. So with the crew with the crew in conflict, it's up to you to restore order. How will you lead, or like how will you? I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. It's basically I keep trying to think of how to phrase it, and I keep like everything that flits through my mind sounds like very political, like like basically like the type of question that like a political candidate would get asked, like what is your platform for? um, it's up to you to restore order. What makes you like what? Why are you the right captain for the job? Or like uh, how will you with the crew in conflict, it's up to you to restore order. Um, so yeah, so the important, or like the thing that I want to make clear here is that it's not about choosing an action, it's about choosing a policy basically, which I guess is why it keeps sounding so political, or it keeps feeling so political. With the Korean conflict, it's up to you to restore order. Uh, all right, actually, so I'll say the crew or so conflict continues to simmer amongst the crew. It's up to you. Uh, the the yeah. So you know. Uh, it's up to you to restore order. I don't have to make this unnecessarily verbose. Conflict continues to simmer amongst the crew. It's up to you to restore order. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. Right. So unless some agreement can be unless or until everyone finds some agreement, you'll be stranded, or you'll be left adrift, I guess. Uh, it's up to you to restore order. How will you uh, uh, maybe I should be very literal, like just ask directly, like what can you agree on, basically, like oh, so this was say until everyone finds some agreement. You'll be left adrift. It's up to you to restore order. Um, what what I might be getting too wordy at this point. Originally I was trying to like be a little more descriptive, but now I think I might be too descriptive. A little too descriptive. uh Um, uh, what I guess I'll just say like what will bring the crew back together or something. I don't know. Uh, so conflict continues to simmer amongst the crew until everyone finds some agreement. You'll be left adrift, substitute restore order. What will bring the group back together? Yeah, I don't know. That should be fine, I guess. Oh wait, but if it's event type 3, no, I was gonna say if it's event type 3, I need to have the outcomes, but no, the outcomes are only necessary if it's not adlib, and this is adlib, so it's event type 3, but it's yeah. All right, so this will be we'll save this as we need a new folder for mutiny. Uh, uh, and we'll save this as I don't know, like new leadership or something. New leadership. No. Okay. So what's the outcome that? So I guess in that case, you you know the mutiny has been resolved, but like not fully, I guess. What are some of the other outcomes? So I guess that's probably the good outcome, or is that the bad outcome? It could be all the outcomes. It could be that no matter what happens with mutiny, it has to go there. Uh, so, um, what? List index out of range? Oh, oh yeah. Right. uh, type equals 3 and type equals 3 and the length of lines is greater than 4 and all right, there we go. So a group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. So yeah, we've dealt with hostage situations before. We've dealt with having to overthrow groups which have ill intentions. I could. So yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want this to feel like just another one of those events. So, what's something that we haven't done with that before? Um, we well, all right. I guess a group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. Uh, I guess huh. I guess you can realign yourself with them. That's like something that we haven't done before. Like make it like morally ambiguous. Like hmm. Uh so I don't know, whatever. So you can realign uh yourself with them. Uh uh there or they promise no harm to those who join them. Uh, and so then the other option will be that oh, this is gonna be so weird. This is gonna be so weird. It grays out a few things. I guess like so unless I change it so that event type free actually has like positive and negative outcome text for the various event types that that there there could be. I I like something that previously I had tried to make very clear about all this text is going to become a little bit less so. Like, oh wow, the script crashed a long time ago, and I did not notice. Oh, delightful. Oh yeah, look at that. People even tried to participate in the event, and it just didn't do anything. At a certain point, I was like, I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know. All right. I I should really do the keep alive thing. Yeah, I should. All right, actually, I'm gonna put that on the backlog because I should really do that. I spend way too much time with the script in a dysfunctional state, and I don't like that. So, graphics, keep alive, uh, uh, message, from data thread. Because what happens is like if the data thread crashes, like the graphics don't change. Like it looks like the script's still running right now. Um, all right, so yeah, what was this? Cannot concatenate string and float objects? Where are we trying to concatenate a string and a float object? Seriously, where? Um, a string and a float object? Uh, is it this effective influence thing? Is it influence base isn't a string, is it? There's there's no reason either of those things should be. There's no reason either of those things should be strings or floats. They should both be, or no, maybe no, they should both be integers. I don't know. Um, so that's fun. So yeah, so the last thing that happened before the crash was we saw the super welcome, which is right here, super welcome 1000. It's not super welcome 3000, it's just super welcome 1000. Uh, and so where would this concatenation be? Oh, it's the Twitch name thing. Yeah, it's totally the Twitch name thing. Is it? Hold on, let me double check. Uh, yep, yeah, it is. It totally is. So, right. Oh, so it's the string version. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right, so that'll be fine once I restart this. Once I restart the script. Oh, that's gonna be a little weird, but I don't care. Floats have a period in them, and Twitch names and Twitter names can't have periods in them, so there's no way this could accidentally get confused with like real data. Um, and actually, just to be extra of that ilk, I'm gonna put an at symbol before it. So it's just like, actually no, I'm gonna put it like a different symbol. It's gonna be like a, I don't know, like an exclamation point or something. Just something that like just is never gonna happen. Okay. So all right, what was I working on before before all that? um I guess yeah, so there's the mutiny, and so right, so there's the mutineers, and they promise no harm to those who join them. Yeah, should I mean, now that I'm putting in these free type events, like maybe it would just be easier to like come up with like the positive and the negative sets of outcomes for each of these events, because the more I go with that, like the less I'm gonna like it. I just because it was something about the game that previously had been relatively straightforward, um, and has become less so. So I kind of got I've kind of drifted from like how I initially intended the administration of this game. Like back, I mean, I guess it's not a big deal, but like, I don't know, a long time ago, I was like, I expected to, well, like, oh, so what happened, I guess at a certain point, is I didn't feel bad about not GMing the game. I used to like tell myself like I should do that, you know, uh, I should do that a non-zero amount, like I should do that on a regular basis, and then I kind of did for a little while, so not really, no, that's a lie. But then I don't know, maybe I should get back into that. I kind of told myself I was being like more productive by not doing so, like I wasn't letting myself get as distracted, but no, I let myself get distracted by plenty of things. Um, oh hey, speaking of stuff, I wonder. I wonder if yeah, we have like our other version of the script that's like still running now because that's like the memory version. I wonder what's up with that. It's up to 144 megabytes, so it's increased up from 90. Um, yeah. Oh, actually, you know, I'm just gonna stop this for now. Yeah, actually, because when I rerun the script, I'm going to run the real version of the script using the memory, whatever, whatever. So, all right, so this is all good. I'm going to, so right, so to rerun the script, I'm going to set it to true, and then, so yeah, okay. Oh, I need to reactivate the app profile thing. Uh, and you know, I don't know, I might want to put in the app profile thing in other places too, because like, oh, actually, let's take a quick peek at our log. Uh, they came up with. I might want to put that. Yeah, I don't know. Like if I'm gonna be running the script for a while, I might want. Nah, for now, I'll stick with I'll stick with oh, I'm gonna get rid of stupid garbage. Uh, do. Yeah, no. For now, I'll just stick with I'll just stick with that one function, which is actually quite a function indeed. Um, and so can I take off word wrap? View word wrap. Yeah, because like this is probably gonna be useful data and stuff. Like it's telling us, look at all that. It's telling us, wait, how's the phrase if event on using memory? Or how's it saving memory? So apart from the fact that that's weird, okay, so, yeah, no, I'll have fun looking over these results at some point, I guess. Alright, see, this is something that saves memory, right? When you pop something off of a list, that saves memory. But, alright, anyways, that's fine. So, actually, yeah, let's put word wrap back on. Let's, let's fit this on screen, and, alright, yeah, let's rerun the script now. Just profiling the same data thread, and then, but then this is like the real version of the script that we're running here. So one weird thing is that the like the real version of the script that's like the version of the script that's live and like playable right now is going to be the one that we're running the memory diagnostic on, and we're also not running it through We're also not running it through. Oh, no, this is the old. Okay, we're not running it through PyCharm anymore, so uh, we'll do that too. Uh, all right, but all right, so let's so that's the real version of the script, and apparently it just takes a little while for the memory stuff to initialize or whatever, because like I think it will start adding characters to the game eventually. I think it's just gonna take its sweet time. At least it did last time. Okay. So let's get back to Mutiny. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, because I saved this quest and I didn't save this quest. Ooh. Yeah, whatever. So this quest might actually come up hypothetically, which it's not supposed to because it's supposed to be it's supposed to be part of a quest chain, but I for things that are part of a quest chain, I'm supposed to flag them as like non-starters, and I did not, so it might actually come up just spontaneously. Um, Whatever. Okay, so a group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. They promise no harm to those who join them. Uh, okay, looks like that's starting to work now. Okay. Oh yeah, and I should up the process priority as usual. See, it starts out by using 200. It starts out by using 200 megabytes of memory. How does it get all the way down to like 90 megabytes? I don't get that. I don't get that. Whatever. All right. They promise no harm to those who join. I should. I should have looked for it in that other log file before I stomped on it. All right. Uh, if you if you um, sorry, just one second. Uh, if you do what? If you sneak up on them, you might. Is the script crashed again, or is it just being weird? Now it's gonna be harder to tell because I'm not running it through. Because I'm not running it through PyCharm. No, maybe it's fine. Maybe I shouldn't be running the. Maybe I shouldn't be running the fake version of or the memory version of the script as like the real version of the script because like that might lead to issues. Um, hmm. Hmm. Oh, I wonder if uh all right, so yeah, no, I think the script might not be working right now. It's just my hunch because usually they're, you know, more characters in the game and like I can try initiating an event, see what happens. Well, I activated away mode, so huh. Yeah, I suspect that something is not quite right. Maybe I should implement that thing that I added to the backlog. Basically, like I can't tell just from looking at the graphics of the game whether the data thread has crashed or not. So I was thinking I'll just have like a like every like 2 minutes or so, the data thread will send a message to the graphics thread being like I'm still alive, I'm still alive, I'm still alive. And then if the graphics thread doesn't get that message for like more than like 5 minutes or like even just more than like 3 minutes, right? Then then we can put an indicator on screen, uh, just so that like I don't know, just so that I don't just leave the script running when like the two threads are like out of sync. Because like the fact that I don't know, yeah, no, I activated away mode and that's not doing anything. So I mean, I would like to run memory. Maybe it's just that the memory stuff is still taking like more time to. I'll give it a chance. I won't restart it immediately. Um, all right, so let's pray for Mojo. Um, I mean, let's I don't know, let's do something with our time. Um, and if you so they promise no harm to those who join them. If you if you catch them off guard, you might be able to shove them overboard. Um, um, that's not very nice. Shoving people off of a boat. But then again, mutineering isn't very nice either. So I feel like that could be fine. Uh, oh, this can't be event type free because because if this is event type free, then the event could get pushed to tilt or no to balance, and in order to win at a balance type event, you'd have to both join them and shove them overboard, which is a little weird. So no, the way I wrote this definitely I think would be more of like a oh yeah, actually no, wait, no, I can do this. It's they promise no harm to those who agree to join them. So right, so if it becomes balanced, then you have to agree to join them and then shove them when they're off guard. um, uh, yeah, I don't know. So oh one thing that just occurred to me is that event type 1 is very different. Or no, excuse me, event type 0 is very different. And so I've been worrying about like event type tilt versus event type even, but I should be worrying about type 1 because event type 1 has the distinction of with event type 1 excuse me, event type 0. Event type 0 has the distinction that you can get an outcome that no one chose. With every other event type, at least one person has to have chose that outcome. Um, Specifically with like basically every other event type, the most number of people have to have chosen that outcome. But yeah, no, with event type 0, I guess I'll just want to make it sure. I'll just want to make sure that. Well, actually, let's look at those other events that I switched over. So it was the. I guess okay. So I have this rule where I only use the word "you" in like special situations, and it might be that like this is another situation where I have to avoid the word "you." So, for example, in betrayal, celebration, no, betrayal, celebration, and in the other one was arson, guard. Uh, you attend to the needs of the camp until the villagers feel settled. Is that one okay? This is not relevant to event type 1, so that one might be okay. It's also very general. A few hours later, you find several unfortunate scamps dangling from their ankles. That's actually fine. Some villagers baked you a delicious pie as thanks. That's kind of okay also, because that one feels generic. It technically it corresponds to tending to the wounded, but it feels a bit generic. So I think that's actually okay. Celebration, banquet wars, the night sky. Okay, this one. Okay, all right. So yeah, so that could have been weird, but I don't think it really that much is. So what will bring the? Oh yeah, this one's done. I don't really need to keep that one open anymore. No, this one is still a work in progress. Frick, the script still isn't. The script is still acting as if there's no data. So it probably is like not in a functional state right now. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? Shut up, source split reference before assignment. I didn't even think to look here. um, Source split reference before assignment? Your face is reference before assignment. That's not a real thing. Here, I'll prove it. See if I go. Well. Alright, hold on. What line number is it referencing? Any? No. Oh no, that's not even a real error. That's not even a real error because that's just that like deep that's just that output that like always happens. That's just like the it's like oh no, wait no. Oh no, I was thinking it was these like syntax warnings used before used prior to global declaration. Hmm. Hmm. No, maybe this is a real error. All right, I'll stop the script either way. Do do do. Uh, local variable source. So is it going to just say it again if I try and run it again? Like, is it insist like because this is not an error that I've ever encountered before. So it just seems suspect that it would just have like cropped up out of nowhere. Considering I didn't change anything that would have like it did change small things here and there, but nothing that would have affected source split. Because for one thing, source split is declared like right at the top of the file. So the idea that something that it would be used prior to uh, or that it would be referenced before assignment, that seems a little unlikely. Uh, oh sort source split. Actually no, I was thinking of source div. So actually maybe I should try running through. Yeah, actually I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try running it through PyCharm first, just to get a cleaner error maybe. Uh, all right, so oh, but yeah, to do that I need to get rid of oh well. So one thing I need to make it original true again. I also need to get rid of the app profile thing because that apparently does not compile. Oops, commented out. And yeah, let's try running it through here. So is this source split thing like a real thing? Oh, apparently so. How about that? Source split? What? 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 What is this source split business? And why did this just now start acting up? Oh, because it's trying to process a tweet. Okay. Okay. So what is this actually supposed to be then? Uh, Alright, so brevity equals 30 times act character count plus 10 times the length of act source minus yeah, where is this data coming from? It's not coming from source split. It's coming from where do we get act source from? We get it from tweet.text. So yeah. I'll say tweet.text. Oh, also I have to do the thing of yeah, if brevity is greater than 0, then blah blah, and then the else, right? Because the negative brevity bug that we had the other day, apparently only fixed it in one location. All right, so okay, that was legit and valid and stuff. Okay, so brevity equals 0. Yeah. Okay. And then, all right, so this isn't source split. I guess I'll just use all of like tweet.text. No, it's yeah. It'll be yeah, okay, so it'll be, you're right, so it'll be tweet.text, but it will also be so act character count is going to initialize to at trusty_bard space 13, because if you're tweeting at Trusty Bard, there's always those 13 characters to begin with. So yeah, okay. All right, so that's what that was about, apparently. So I'll restart the script again. I probably will try and do the memory management thing again, just, you know, just because I want to get realistic data from that. And I want to have as few versions of the script running at the same time as possible, so So what was it? It was at profile. So let's re-enable this. Uh, and we can I so like with this profiler that we might use, or that we're kind of using a little bit, Python memory profiler. It's like, I assume it's like a running tally, right? Like it, like I assume there's a point in letting the script run for like a period of time, and then it's not just like one and done sort of thing. I assume. I hope that's the case. I'm going to proceed under the assumption that that is the case, or at least I'll just strongly hope that that is the case, and then we'll find out at some point whether I'm right or not. All right, so aid, arson, guard. Right, those were whatever. Mutiny. Yeah. All right, so this is, I think this is fine for the event quest. I could also put in a fake option because that was fairly concise. That was what, like 184 characters. A group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. They promise no harm to those who agree to join them. If you catch them off guard, you might be able to shove them overboard. So it would be the fake option. I don't really feel the need for a fake option right here. This event is confusing enough. So what is the neutral outcome? The neutral outcome is when the vote is split, or like when, you know, when either option are chosen about the same amount. So yeah. So uh, oh, that's the other. Okay, so maybe all of the outcomes are going to lead to, yeah, I think all of the outcomes are going to lead to the new leadership quest. Um, because that's the other thing about like having them are all of the outcomes ambiguously good or bad is that you 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 know, like you can't really reward or punish players for a neutral outcome. So, all, like, you know, you end up with that sort of like, it feels gray right now. It feels a bit gray, and I don't necessarily like that aspect of it, but it should work fine. And then I just, it seems, well, you know what? I'm gonna even put in the backlog, because I feel like it's something that I want to do at some point, but like it's not that urgent or anything. So, so what is it? It's add uh, inverted set of outcomes for free type events. Yeah. I mean, it might be that. Hmm. I don't think I've ever actually cut a feature. Oh no, I did kind of cut snow. Um, there are features that like I tell myself like I'm just gonna cut that. I'm just gonna cut that. But like I don't think I've ever actually cut any of them. And it was occurring to me that like maybe free type events should just go that direction. Um, no, I was enthusiastic about them when I added them, which tends to be the case, and that actually tends to be the reason why I don't ever actually remove them. But all right, prescripted ad lib events. Right. That's what we're working on. I mean, that's kind of technically done, but I'll add like these other events before I call them like done. Uh, oh, I mean, I guess I should keep track of how many ad lib events there are with our event type counts. Uh, so I'll just say ad lib count equals 0, and then uh, oh yeah. Do we use regex here? Yeah, we do. So where do we? Oh yeah, so act list. So if the length of So actually, I'll say if the length of act list is less than 2, then adlib adlib spelled correctly, adblick adlib count plus equals 1, and then at the end when we're printing other stuff we'll say print adlibs or print add libs and then adlib counts. Okay. So yeah, I think we only have the one, right? Or we have 4. We do not have 4 we do not have 4 events. Okay, wait, hold on. What is that about? So let's deactivate that line, and then so print name. What does it say are adlib events? Party boat. Oh, it thinks archery are adlib. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. Right. Yeah. Okay, sure. So yeah, so that's not a sufficient check for whether it's adlib or not. Actually, it's it has to be so yeah, so if types index 0 is less than 7, and okay, this should be more accurate. Adlib 0. Wait, types index 0. Wait, isn't types index 0? Types index 0 is the event type. Oh. Types index 0 as an integer. The integer value of types index 0. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Good. Oh yeah, so I was still waiting to restart the script, which I was going to run again through here, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully this will work. We'll see. Oh, okay, no, wait, no. I was going to say, shoot, I forgot to toggle that quest again, but I did remember to set the new leadership quest as a non-starter, so, okay. That is good, in fact. Alright, so, group of mutineers take control of the ship by force. They promise no harm to those who agree to join them. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't spend a ton of time, like, trying to write these outcomes, because I already know that I plan to change these outcomes, like add inverted set of outcomes for free type events. So for now, I'm just gonna say the I'll just say like a fight breaks out, or like so the or I'll just say like tensions escalate uh uh and tensions escalate and tensions escalate some start some people tensions escalate a shouting match breaks out. You you don't like where this is going, I guess. I don't know. uh, all right, and then the outcome that corresponds to agreeing to join them would be like uh, uh, so it's a similar sort of outcome. Uh, actually, yeah, no, maybe no, actually, maybe this one is makes more sense for agreeing to join them. So yeah, actually, I'll actually no. Right. So it'll be like a rift. So yeah, a rift between or a rift. Yeah, a rift among the adventuring. Actually, what happens if you unanimously agree to to join them? Um, yeah. Oh, so actually no. I was gonna say like maybe actually no. Maybe a rift should be yeah no. A rift should be for the first one. Or so a rift. Uh, uh, among the a rift grows between factions of the adventuring party. Um, uh, uh, so shouting matches. The or rift goes between factions of the adventuring party. Uh, it's like shouting and heated confrontation. Or whatever. I don't. I feel like that one's not complete. But like, okay. So then, what happens if you agree to join them? So the the ship is or I was gonna say the ship is turned upside down, but I don't mean that literally. The ship is thrown out of order. Wait, what was the text of the next event? Because I don't want to like crib the same. Uh, the ship is uh, so the whatever the ship is thrown out. Like I said, I shouldn't be spending too much time on these outcomes because I'm going to be changing them. Uh, I might not be changing them super soon, which is the reason I'm spending like any amount of time uh, on them. Okay, so a rift goes between factions of the adventuring party. The ship is thrown out of order. Uh, uh, or so so an I'll say an uneasy sense of distrust uh, settles across the um, new sense of distrust settles just sinks in, I guess. Um, no one is talking or something. I don't know. And then so if you unanimously or almost unanimously shove them overboard, um, uh, then uh, so heated confrontation. This is the one where okay. So heated confrontation uh, gives way to shouting matches. So this is like so. What if you shove them overboard and it's good? Uh, so heated confrontation gives way to shouting matches um, as as sailors uh, Like basically they start falling in the drink. Is it, oh, I should just to for a number of reasons I should activate a win mode because for one thing there hasn't been an event in like forever, and then also and we're testing like the polling stuff now, so yeah. Okay. Heat confrontation gives way to shouting matches as as a bit, so like people go overboard, right? That's the thing. As Steelers start falling into the drink. Uh, uh, is that a slang term for the water? Uh, yeah, that's a thing. Silly thing. Uh, okay. Uh, whatever. So this is probably fun. Well, actually, these two are very similar, but I guess that's fine. Uh, yeah, whatever. This is good enough. Oh yeah. So then the other thing though is these are supposed to lead to new leadership, and I think the format for quest chains, if I recall correctly, is a vertical bar. Yeah, a vertical bar followed by the name of the event or name of the next quest. So, so in this case, it'll be vertical bar new leadership. Excuse me. Save that, and then oh yeah, so this is mutiny, I guess. Mutiny spelled correctly. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so now there are 3 adlib events, and or no, there's still just the 2 adlib events. Whoops! Oh, I did not mean to run that. All right, well I'm glad I didn't evaluate. I did not mean to run that for several reasons. The first 2 of which I have now fixed. But yeah, no, I meant to run this one. Yes, no, I I only added 2 adlib events. I just took a while in adding them, so it felt like I would have added more. But the ship now has more events. The ship almost has as many events as like other things do, so that's kind of fun. There's gonna be a lot of mutiny now that I think about it, because there's relatively few quests for the ship. So statistically, like when you're on the ship, mutiny is gonna actually come up kind of a lot. I might want to fix that and like make at least one other. Maybe I could do another adlib event on the ship. Like I don't like to cluster things like that. I don't like to I tend to like prefer like to distribute things, but like I kind of like the sense that like on the ship there's like a sense of freedom sort of, or like I don't know, just in general, like I associate like sailing with like freedom and like, you know, the open seas and like and all that good stuff. I I think it's not so bad to have that many adlib events there. Uh, Maybe not. Maybe no. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyways. So it would be another adlib event. Should I make another adlib free event, or should I make another adlib structured event? I do now have 2 free events on the boat, which is fine, because it's like the same thing as having like a random or like a luck based event. So let's do what then? So okay. So what would be an example of a adlib? Okay. So yeah. How about yeah. Okay. So how about a balanced type event or an even type event for adlib? So what? So what does it mean if you can choose anything, but you have to choose three things equally. Or hypothetically, you could choose two things equally, but you have to choose like, what does it mean if you could like, what's the situation wherein you can, like, you have literally limitless options, but amongst like, and I'm sorry, I'm asking myself rhetorical questions here. I'm not actually asking questions. um, so I guess to say it otherwise, then, what I need to what I need to come up with here is a scenario wherein uh, there's literally any number of options, and it's important that several of them are chosen. I was thinking like I don't know. I was thinking like rescue, right? Like maybe no, that doesn't really make sense though. Because if they're unlimited options, why is it important that you rescue like several and not everyone? Like if I don't know. So what if yeah, I don't know. This one's really weird. Like the event type 3 was easier. Um oh, wait, no, so I was thinking of it in terms of event type 4, which is even and like it requires like balance. But actually it might be easier to think of this in terms of event type 5, which tends to involve delimited resources or like limited resources such that like so what if like I don't know, just I don't think I'm gonna go with this example exactly, but like what if there's like a genie and you get like or like some sort of like wish granting entity. Like some entity is like going to grant your wish, but you can't. But then like so it's you can wish for like anything except if too many people wish for the same thing, that's somehow bad or something. I don't know, something along those lines. Maybe something mythological. I don't have much mythological stuff in the game yet actually. Like there's the Hall of Dragons and there's the Royal Griffin, but and there's Cave of Ogres, and there are goblins and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Uh, there's a tree full of kittens, which at one point was going to be a tree full of unicorn puppies or like unicorn tiny unicorns, but it didn't make enough sense to put unicorns in a tree. Um, sorry. What was I talking about? Yeah. So like, what's a maybe like some sort of sea creature or like not like sea monster, but like a mermaid or like a kraken or something. Oh, we do already have a sea monster in another event. We have a sea serpent. Um, so uh, uh, yeah, event types 4 and 5 are both weird with adlib because of there's this cutoff. Like only the top three actions actually count. So typically with something like delimited resources, like yeah, it's kind of weird because like only the top three will actually exist. So it's like I don't know, it's weird because like it's like I don't know. I guess that's fine. I guess that's just kind of like how it is, and like I don't know. I never know. Like I try and make the game play out like in like a fair or sensible manner. I mean, and I think it does. Like I think the rules of the game themselves are quite fair. But then like with the added context of like story, like I don't know. I guess I'm trying to like find that line of like where to. So like if I made the game rules perfectly accord to every situation, then the game rules would be like so radically complex that they'd be like basically like you know impossible to like actually grasp. Whereas if I never made accommodations for the story, then they would never quite line up. It wouldn't feel like the story and the game player was connected. So I guess it's just about finding that line. But the uh, oh, I don't know. I'm still looking at this quest. So file new. So it's event type 5 probably. It's event type 5, and probably. So multi. Nah, probably not multi. Uh, it takes place on the ship. Um, you discover the cove of the great Mer King. Uh, oh, there's a crab. There's a talking crab and a talking frog in this game. Those are kind of like mythological creatures. You discover the cove of the Great Mer King. Uh, or you discover the cove of the uh, uh, is it? No, maybe it's not like the Mer King or whatever. Maybe it's like you discover the cove of a tribe of merfolk. Uh, they they yeah. So they greet um they greet you, or they welcome you uh, to their, what's a cove? I'm pretty sure I know what a cove is. I just cove, not cover letter. You jerk. What are you trying to imply, Google? Yeah. That's what I was picturing a cove to be like. Okay. um, they welcome you, and they welcome you and invite you to um, uh, they invite you to I shouldn't be putting so many ad lib events in the same place. Now that I think about it, I thought I wouldn't mind that, but now that the more I think about it, the more I do in fact mind that. So yeah. Uh so what do I want to do with this? Now that I think about it. So I'm not gonna do the merfolk thing after all. Um Party boat? Alright, so I'm gonna keep the mutiny on the ship. I'm gonna move the party boat off the ship. Ah, gosh. No, I should move mutiny off the ship. I should move mutiny to a place that's already like overloaded with quests, because I don't want mutiny to happen too much. No, mutiny just makes more sense. Right? No, because it says overboard. Ugh, what have I done? What have I done? So maybe I will make the merfolk quest after. But maybe it won't be event type. Maybe it won't be ad lib. Uh, discover the cove of a tribe of merfolk. They invite you to uh, though so yeah, so you discover the code of a tribe of merfolk. I'm just writing arbitrary. I mean, I did want to write more quests for the game in general, and now I'm just apparently doing that because. All right, you discover the code of a tribe of merfolk. They welcome you. Uh, they welcome you and invite you uh, to to uh, uh, so yeah, it's gonna be the I kind of like in my brain already figured out like what this event is gonna be, and it's that they're gonna be like they're gonna be gracious hosts, but they're going to be temperamental, and so it's one of those situations where you kind of have to like you have to be gracious guests. Is the event basically? Um, uh, uh, they invite you to uh, I was gonna say like a tea ceremony, but like it doesn't really make sense that I don't think merfolk would have tea. Because why would they swim to the surface of the ocean just to drink tea? No. So what do merfolk eat actually? Probably like shellfish. I don't know. I feel like if I lived under the ocean, I would eat a lot of shellfish. Um, oh, but they don't have lemons under the ocean. Sorry. Um, maybe they do. Maybe I don't know how lemons work. You discover the cover tribe merfolk. They welcome you and invite you to join them uh, uh, for a feast of. There are a lot of feasts in this game. I guess because like when you eat with like literally like thousands of people, that kind of counts as a feast. um, I invite you to join them for uh, it doesn't have to be a feast. They invite you to uh, dine with them. Uh, they invite or they invite you to dine actually yeah dine on uh, it's gonna be urchins. Did I say that already? Uh, dine on urchins and uh, you know, you design on urchins and what else? I want it to be something that like not everyone's gonna be like 100% comfortable with. Like, there's nothing wrong with eating urchins, right? Except the fact that like some of them are like deadly poisonous. So, um, yeah. Um, okay, so they invite you to dine on urchins and play with and oh and ri- and ride the waves on their domesticated or their domesticated um, sharks probably. uh, uh, um, so basically, you get to choose between urchins and sharks. um, I feel like sharks are a little more hardcore than urchins, though. Uh, They welcome you. They welcome you, inviting you